explore the history and tradition of cigar smoking. Cigar smoking dates back to the 10th century, with the earliest evidence found on a ceramic pot in Guatemala depicting a Mayan smoking tobacco leaves bound by string. The term cigar likely comes from the Mayan word cigar, evolving into the Spanish cigarro. In 1492, Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas and brought tobacco back to Europe. It wasn't until 1560 that Jean Nicot introduced tobacco to France, giving his name to nicotine. England's first recorded smoker was a sailor in Bristol, amusing onlookers by blowing smoke from his nostrils. This discovery marked the beginning of the cigar's journey to Europe, and eventually, the rest of the world. By the 19th century, cigars had become very popular across Europe and the United States. The cigar industry flourished, with factories and plantations springing up, particularly in Cuba. Cuba, renowned for its cigars, was claimed by Columbus for Spain, leading to strict Spanish control over Cuban tobacco exports until 1817. However, the global demand for cigars eventually ended this monopoly. In the 19th century, cigar smoking boomed, especially in Britain. Soldiers returning from the Peninsular War brought cigars from their Spanish allies. Officers and gentlemen's clubs sought out the finest Cuban tobacco. Please subscribe. Famous personalities who smoked cigars. As we journey into the 20th century, cigars continue to have a prestige in society. Rudyard Kipling, author of The Jungle Book, celebrated cigars in his poem The Betrothed, stating, "A woman is only a woman, but a good cigar is a smoke." Cigar divans, or smoking coffee houses, became fashionable in London. In 1787, Robert Louis opened one of London's first tobacco stores on St. James Street. J.J. Fox acquired it in 1992, serving esteemed customers like Sir Winston Churchill and Oscar Wilde for over 229 years. The most famous cigar smoker was British Prime Minister Sir Winston Churchill. His passion began in Cuba in 1895 and continued throughout his life, often seen with a cigar in hand. Their influence helped to shape the perception of cigars as symbols of power and sophistication. Mark Twain, famous for his love of cigars, reportedly smoked up to 40 a day, though of questionable quality. Al Capone, the notorious gangster, also loved cigars, smoking one during his final moments of freedom after his conviction for tax evasion in 1932. In the modern era, cigars have evolved yet again. Today, they are often associated with luxury and leisure. Despite changing times, the allure of cigars remains strong. So, there you have it, the fascinating history of cigar, a symbol of culture, craftsmanship, and connection. Comment for part 2, World Oldest Cigar and World's Most Expensive Cigars. # cigar better. Then cigarette. # like if you love cigars.